Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
On the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield, this is Montana State Bobcat Basketball, brought to you by Door Tech, raising the door on quality, Montana State University, Mountains and Mines, and by Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
Was it a breakout or a blip? We're about to find out as Montana State University heads out on the road today for their swing through Pocatello, Idaho, and Ogden, Utah. Hello, everybody. My name is Keaton Gillogly. Pleasure to be with you on this Thursday evening as we get set for the Montana State University Bobcats coming in at 6-11. They are 1-3 in Big Sky play, coming off a great, hard-fought, come-from-behind win last time out on Saturday against Northern Arizona. On the other side for Idaho State, the Idaho State University Bengals, they come in at 6-8. They are 1-2 in Big Sky play. They are coming off another tight loss against Weber State here at home in front of 2,300 plus. And for Idaho State, are they an improved team after they had a big win at Northern Arizona early in the year, and then a tight loss against Northern Colorado, and then, as we mentioned, the tight loss against Weber State? Despite losing a lot, it seems like Ryan Looney, in his 6th year as the head coach at Idaho State, maybe has found a little something this year, but a stiff test, and this is kind of a put up or shut up type weekend for Idaho State as they welcome in Montana State and Montana today and on Saturday. All right, we've got a great program here for you in the pregame show today. Got a pretty good slate of Big Sky action. Only Eastern Washington and Idaho are idle. They will play together on Saturday, and then Eastern Washington comes to the Brick. A couple of games have already gotten started. We'll get you caught up on that in a little bit. And women's hoops getting ready to go at home today as well, also against Idaho State, trying to add to their 4-0 start and keep things rolling and prove that they are the juggernaut of women's Big Sky basketball. Here today for Montana State, again, was it a blip or was it a turning point for Montana State on Saturday? The 58-53 victory against Northern Arizona. Cats fell behind by 16 points in that ball game and battled all the way back to earn the win. Late in that ball game, Tyler Patterson had a couple of big shots. Bryce Zephyr played beautifully. And Tyler Patterson had a couple of big shots as well in that ball game. So we'll see if Montana State can build off of that, and we'll see if Bryce Zephyr is the guy at point guard. It's been kind of a missing piece here for Montana State as of late, that kind of true touch the paint, distribute, lockdown defender at the point guard position. Is Bryce Zephyr the guy? We'll talk with head coach Matt Logie about that and more in just a bit. All right, let's get to our Mountain Hot Tub opposing team profile and check in to see what this Idaho State team is bringing to the table today. Our opposing team profile is brought to you by Mountain Hot Tub. Mountain Hot Tub is Montana's largest hot tub dealer since 1979. Your authorized hot spring spa dealer with locations in Bozeman, Butte, and Helena. All right, this is an Idaho State team that has really transitioned this year. So they lost a couple of their key pieces from a season ago. They lost Braden Parker, who we got to know very well. He was with the program for a long time and came back for his extra and final year of eligibility, but he has graduated. Miguel Tomley, who was one of their better scorers last year, he transferred to Weber State. Malik Arrington, who was a strong freshman last year, he transferred to Seattle U. He's putting up 9 points, 5 assists a game. Kyrie Huey, he transferred to Miami. We have not seen Huey play at Miami yet this season. And then they also lost Colton Mitchell, who transferred in conference to Idaho. We've already seen Mitchell once this year. He's averaging 10 points per game for the Vandals. So they've lost a lot. What did they bring in? Well, they brought in a great scoring guard in Dylan Darling from Washington State, who was roommates with Jabe Mullins last year at Wazoo. They brought in Jake O'Neal, who won an NAIA national championship in 2023, spent 4 years there, now his final and 6th year as a collegiate player. He's scoring 13 points per game. He's a dynamo on the glass. And then Isaiah Griffin is back for his 2nd and final year at Idaho State. He's been a little up and down in terms of scoring, but is at 12.5 points per game. The other part about this Idaho State team, at times they've played some really good defense. Overall, on the year, including every game, they've allowed just 68 points per game. That's second best in the conference. However, in Big Sky play, they're allowing 79 points per game. So a jump of over 10 points per game allowed since they got into conference play. That is second worst in conference action. So what kind of defensive team is this Idaho State Bengals roster? We'll find out. And if you're Montana State, that means you're going to have to come out with some good, strong, quality punches on the defensive side today, or on the offensive side today. So that is some of our Mountain Hot Tub opposing team profile. All right, we're going to take a break. When we get back, we'll have our Kendall Ford keys to the game. We'll get to our Wheat Montana weather report. We'll take a look at the First Interstate Bank out-of-town scoreboard. And, of course, we will sit down with head coach Matt Logie as we get set for the Bobcats and the Bengals. MSU looking for their second road win of this season and trying to string together back-to-back victories for the first time in conference play. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery, craft distilling award-winning spirits since 2014. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive five-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
When a power line has fallen down, it can be downright dangerous and even deadly. That's because downed lines can still energize the ground and objects around them. To help keep you and others safe, Northwestern Energy says stay at least 35 feet or the length of a semi-truck away from a downed power line and anything the line is touching. You should always assume the line is live, and if you see a downed line, immediately call 911 and warn others. Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
Back from Pocatello, we're getting set for Montana State and Idaho State today with tip-off coming up at the top of the hour. All right, let's get to our Kendall Ford keys to the game today and check in on what the Bobcats have to do to get a victory tonight for Montana State. Certainly one of the keys will be Bryce Zephyr. What is Zephyr bringing to the table today? Will he build off that star performance in the second half on Saturday? In a lot of ways, he felt like a missing piece for this Bobcat team, that kind of bulldog point guard. They haven't quite had that to this point yet this year. Is he somebody who can start to kind of carry this team a little bit and be a little bit one of the culture leaders, vocal leaders for this team? We did see Sam Lekalot add a little vocal leadership on Saturday as well. But, we heard it from Coach Logie back before the Thursday game. We asked him about, where is the leadership on this team? What are you seeing? And he talked about it being kind of by committee, but really if you can get it off the committee and one or two guys, that would go a long way for Montana State. If there's a player or two that Montana State can have step up in that vocal leadership role and really start to push this team forward. The other part for Montana State, we heard it from Coach Logie after the game on Saturday, is finding ways to win. His words were, there are a million ways to lose, but you got to find a way to win. And in a lot of ways, they did that on Saturday after they had lost their first 3 Big Sky games by a combined 11 points. So can they find a way to win some of these close games? Because when they have lost, it has not been very lopsided outside of maybe the USC and TCU games. The Cats have been in a lot of close situations. Can they close them out when they get that opportunity? So those are our Kendall Ford keys to the game today. All right, our Wheat Montana weather report tonight. It is 31 degrees here in Pocatello. It's honestly really nice. It was a bluebird day. Totally gorgeous. Really a nice day, and some snow-capped mountains as well around our hotel here in Pocatello. So beautiful place to be and a beautiful sight to behold as we get set for our third week of Big Sky basketball play, and for Montana State trying to win back-to-back games for the first time since their first 2 games in December during the Big Sky Summit League Challenge, when they won at Omaha, which still to this point is the Bobcats' only road win of the year. They are 1-9 on the road, and then they beat Kansas City right after that. Remember, that was a part of their hottest stretch of the year when they went 4-1 over a 5-game stretch, with the lone loss being the overtime defeat at the hands of CSUN at home. So we've seen this team get hot. Then it was right after that they lost 6 straight. That streak getting snapped on Saturday against Northern Arizona. Now we'll see if the Cats can string together a pair of victories and get within 1 game of 500. All right, we're going to take another break, and when we get back, we'll take a look around the rest of the Big Sky, and then we'll sit down with head coach Matt Logie. It's Montana State and Idaho State today. It's the Bobcats and the Bengals in one of the most played rivalries in the history of the Big Sky. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Open your new Stockman Bank account anytime, anywhere with online account opening. Now, you can open an account in minutes on your laptop, tablet, or mobile phone. It's convenient, simple, and secure. Open your new account today at stockmanbank.com. Then, add our online and mobile banking services so you can manage your money when, where, and how you want. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in-store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Go Cats!
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime. Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
For all of your tree and lawn care needs, turn to Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics. Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care provides outstanding service for your landscape. For pruning, removals, stump grinding, tree moving, plant health care, and all of your landscaping maintenance needs. Check out Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care. Wade duly certified arborist.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids. And adults can also be kids. And new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby, top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
Of the pregame show, getting set for Montana State and Idaho State today. It's the Bobcats and the Bengals, edition number 211. These two teams have been battling since 1913. Remember, they were together in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, both charter members of the Big Sky Conference. So they have been duking it out for a long, long time, and they get to renew their rivalry today. Idaho State is Montana State's second most played rival in the Big Sky, and the Bobcats have performed beautifully against the Bengals, particularly over recent years. They have won 11 straight against Idaho State, their longest winning streak against active winning streak against any Big Sky opponent. Their last loss coming in 2018 in late March. Overall, the Bobcats are 13-1. in the last 14 meetings, and they have not lost here at Reed Gym since 2016. So a lot on the line for Montana State as they try to get things rolling here and see if they can carry some momentum after that thrilling win at home last Saturday. Time now to take a look at the First Interstate Bank out-of-town scoreboard. We'll check in on some Big Sky scores as the first round of games are approaching halftime. Right now, Northern Colorado leading Portland State at halftime. Northern Colorado is up 36-26 so far. Isaiah Hawthorne has 13 points in that ball game. Langston Reynolds has 7. Northern Colorado shooting 50% from the field. So far so good. And Keon Myers, who leads the Big Sky in assists per game, the point guard for Portland State. He has 2 assists and 4 turnovers in that first half. So Northern Colorado doing a nice job against Portland State, which has began the season 2-1 in Big Sky play. Northern Colorado trying to get to 5-0 with that victory today if they can hang on in the second half. Up in Northern Arizona, they're hosting Sacramento State. NAU 1-3. Sac State is 1-2. With a minute to go in the first half, NAU is leading by 20. They're up 42-22 with a balanced scoring attack in that first half. 5 different players with 5+ points. Trent McLaughlin, of course, leading the way. He's got 8. So Northern Arizona trying to bounce back at home, hosting Sacramento State right now. And then later tonight, Montana at Weber State. That one tips off with ours. Cats will be at Weber State on Saturday at 7 o'clock for the tip-off out in Ogden. Meanwhile, the women are getting ready to tip off today back at the Brick against Idaho State as well. We'll be sure to keep you up to date on that game as the evening progresses. All right, time now for a break. When we get back, we'll have a chance to sit down with head coach Matt Logie. Get a lowdown on what Bryce Zephyr needs to do to carry the momentum over from that strong performance on Saturday, the evolution of Tyler Patterson, and a true breakdown of the X's and O's in this familiar rivalry. The Bobcats and the Bengals ready to duke it out at historic Reed Gym in Pocatello, Idaho. Back after this with Coach Logie. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built. Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Bryant, whatever it takes. Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning. Carrier, turn to the experts. Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time. Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces. And NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years, it's going to explode, obliterating the Earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Back on the pregame show, getting set for Montana State and Idaho State. Keaton Gillogly now with head coach Matt Logie. All right, Coach, back on the road, getting ready to go against the Bengals. Looking back at last week and that game on Saturday, Bryce Zephyr obviously performed fairly well in that second half. What does he need to do? Just build off that and get things rolling for him as this team moves forward.
Yeah, I thought Bryce gave us a good view of what he's capable of, and I mean that's who Bryce is, and so he just needs to continue to play with confidence and touch the paint with the ball in his hands, look for his teammates when available, and be prepared to finish as well. And then defensively, he's done a great job of being a physical presence on the perimeter. And really contesting shots at a high rate.
And Tyler Patterson had the big shot. We've seen him get to the rim a little bit more now. Where do you see him in his evolution as you want to see him at his final state here in his final senior year?
Yeah, I think Tyler's done a good job in recent games of, just being more of a cutter without the basketball, cutting hard, getting out in transition a little bit, but just finding ways to steal layups and steal points, outside of coming off screens and making spot-up shots.
All right, well, let's get into this Idaho State team. They come in at 1-2 in conference play. Let's start with Dylan Darling coming off a 28-point performance for them last time out. What's he doing and how is he scoring the basketball?
Yeah, Darling's playing with a great deal of confidence right now. He's got a really green light for their program. He's their primary ball handler. He's going to play 36, 37 minutes a game, and that gives you a lot of confidence as a player to go out there and play through mistakes and find his rhythm. He's a left-handed player that's very effective in ball screens, He has good speed and good shooting ability. So we've got to do a good job corralling him and keeping the ball out of his sweet spots and just having good solid contests, because when he does get to the rim, he likes to use his lack of size to his advantage by being aggressive and jumping into the defense, and we have to have good technically sound wall-ups.
Jake O'Neal for them, another first-year guy at Idaho State, although he's had a lot of success at the NAIA level. 10 offensive rebounds in this last game. What do you guys have to do to slow down Jake O'Neal today?
Yeah, just keep him off the glass. I mean, he's as effective of a rebounder at his size as I've ever seen. He's going to crash every single time with relentless aggression, and we've got to be physical with our blockouts from the tip to set the tone right away, and then go get the ball and pursue it.
Overall for Idaho State now, opponents are shooting 53% against them in Big Sky play. They've allowed about 80 points per game. Are there any places you can kind of attack their defense and maybe find success on that side today?
Well, I think for us the key has been quick, crisp ball movement, getting the ball reversed, understanding where help is coming from in ball screen situations and how to attack those type of things, and just coming to balanced finishes around the paint as well. So when we move the ball well and we play through our concepts with pace, we've scored the ball very effectively this year, and so it's really a lot more about us than them at that point. But they, to their credit, they are a very physical team. You've got to be prepared to cut hard and screen hard.
Overall, just the one win on the road so far this year, but obviously a lot of difficult competition away from the brick. Anything you're trying to do differently or shake it up, or has it just been kind of circumstantial with the teams you've played on the road to this point?
Well, the reality is once the game starts, the court's the same size. Obviously, there's a crowd factor, but really it comes down to preparation, execution, and effort. I think we have a process in place from a preparation standpoint. We've been really trying to hold our guys accountable to an extreme level of competitive effort, and when we're willing to make those toughness plays, good things tend to happen. The old saying is the harder you work, the luckier you get, and maybe that's a loose ball bouncing your way, maybe that's a big shot dropping in, and ultimately over the course of a long season we've got to learn the lessons that we've been given, but also we know that if we continue to do the right things, that over time those things can balance out, and we're certainly capable of playing really good basketball no matter where we're at.
All right, no doubt. Bobcat fans excited to see some hard work luck out there again today against Idaho State. Coach, appreciate the time and the insight.
Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have our starting lineups and tip-off between the Bobcats and the Bengals. For head coach Matt Logie, this is Keaton Gillogly. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Grotto Meats, handcrafted charcuterie, fine butchery, and award-winning smoked meats, sustainably sourced in Montana, creating delicious new takes on classic favorites with local ingredients and a chef's ingenuity. Grotto Meats preserves the best of Montana in every bite. Visit the Grotto Meats retail shop located at 611 North Wallace in Bozeman. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. until 6:30 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. Also at local retailers and restaurants. Shop online at grottomeats.com, Instagram, and Facebook.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Go Cats!
On the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield, Bobcat Basketball is brought to you by Town Pump Food Stores, proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild Series, and by First Interstate Bank, built for you. Go. Now turn it up. Turn it up. It's game time.
One hand slam. That was a ham. Got it to go. It's just that kind of night. Right corner three. Bang! This is the stuff that legends are made of. Gets it up for the win. Got it. Ball game over. Bobcats win. The Golden Bobcats continue their march. Montana State has done it.
We came here to win, and the best is yet to come.
Tip-off is just moments away from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth. Here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
Did Montana State find a turning point against Northern Arizona on Saturday? We're about to find out as they head out to Pocatello. We are at Reed Gym getting set for Montana State and Idaho State today. Bobcats trying to keep this great run against the Bengals alive. Montana State has won 11 straight against Idaho State in the all-time series dating back to 2018. Can they keep that thing rolling today? All right, before we get to our starting lineups, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Bobcat Basketball.
AM 1450, KMMS, and K236CY Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
Keaton Gillogly, pleasure to be with you today, courtside at Reed Gym in Pocatello, Idaho, in our First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Tonight, it's Montana State University. The Bobcats coming in at 6-11 and 1-3 in Big Sky play, taking on the Idaho State University Bengals at 6-8 and 1-2 in conference action. They had a one-game week last week against Weber State, their travel partner. So they had just that one-game week. Everybody usually gets one of those Thursdays off, although everybody also still has a Monday at some point. And for the Bobcats, the first of their two Monday games will come up next week. So the Bobcats here tonight, Saturday at Weber, home against Eastern on Monday, leading into the Cat Grizz doubleheader that following Saturday over in Missoula. All right, that was a lot of talk about the future, but the president in front of us is going to provide some answers for Montana State. Again, are they at a point where they got that kind of turning point, that moment when they could really start popping off and leaping off the edge and get this thing rolling downhill? Certainly felt that way on Saturday, but you're going to have to follow it up today against an improved Idaho State squad. Starting lineups today, first for Montana State University, Matt Loki sitting at 299 career wins. He sends Pat McMahon, Jabe Mullins, and Tyler Patterson out in the backcourt, along with Brandon Walker and Max Ogbong-Polo in the front court. On the other side for Idaho State, their two guards are Dylan Darling and Jake O'Neill, both in their first year here. Connor Hollenbeck, Isaiah Griffin, and Evan Otten are the three forwards in their starting lineup. All right, we are ready to go. Montana State is in the navy blues today with the gold numbering and lettering on the front and the back, with the white and gold trim coming down the side of the shorts. For Idaho State in the home whites, orange lettering and numbering with a black trim and a cartoon Bengal on the side of their white shorts. They've got that cartoon Bengal right at center court. The inside of the three-point line is painted in orange in this tiny historic gym that really has just a couple of bleachers on either baseline and then old kind of brown bricks everywhere else. The ball is tossed in the air, and the tip is won by Idaho State, and we are underway from Reed Gym. For the Bengals, they have it moving from right to left. It's moved around to the left wing. Otten picks it up, gets it to Darling. He turns to his right, slings up to the top, toss to the far side, and it's knocked out of bounds by Jabe Mullins. Good active hands by Jabe. Inbound into the backcourt. First possession of the game. No score between Montana State and Idaho State. Darling at the top, looking for the post, didn't have it. Thrown to the left wing, Hollenbeck with 2 to shoot, tries a 3 and knocks it down. Tough shot by Connor Hollenbeck at the end of the shot clock. Well contested, and it's 3-0 Idaho State. Bobcats to our right. McMahon takes it down to the mid-post right side, back it into the post, turns, righty hook, off the glass, and it's good. Little touch from Pat McMahon, an assertive bucket from the Alaskan native. Sad as most of his family now move down to Bozeman. Out of the left wing, Hollenbeck slings up to the very top for Jake O'Neill. Around to the right wing for Griffin. Back to the top, moving around the perimeter. Handoff on the left wing for Darling. Jab step, now works to the paint. Kick out to O'Neill. He's on his way to the rack. Dump off on the near side. No good on the layup by Hollenbeck. And the Bobcats have a tipped out rebound. Ogbong Polo now out to the left wing. He tries to post up against Griffin, but he's out high. Picks up the bounce and gives to Brandon Walker for his first touch of the day beyond the arc. Skip out to the right wing. Ogbong Polo to Patterson. Right side 3. No. A little bit short from Patterson. And the rebound grab by Idaho State. Darling has it at the top. Steps back, the lefty tries a long 2, rattles in and out, tipped for the rebound, and won by Idaho State. That was Hollenbeck that tipped it out of the hands of Ogbong Polo. So Idaho State gets another shot. They're one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country. Toss over to the right wing. Hollenbeck works his way down to the right baseline, bounce to the free throw line. Otten tries a 2, and it's good. Free throw line jumper by Evan Otten, a redshirt freshman, his second year here at Idaho State. Bobcats down 5-2, 17:50 to go, first half. Walker hands it off for Patterson, spots up for a topside 3, book it. Tyler Patterson knocking down the first Wendy's three-pointer of the day. 5-5, Bobcats and the Bengals. Idaho State had a decent year last year. They went 7-11 in conference play. It was really one of the better years under sixth-year head coach Ryan Looney. But they made the semifinals of the Big Sky Tournament for the first time since 2009. Idaho State working offensively on the left wing. Going up to Griffin, around to Darling on the right wing. Bounce into the post, tip free, and Ogbong Polo has the steal. Great effort by Max Ogbong Polo. Bobcats coming the other way. McMahon has it at the top. Gives to Walker, rips down to the right block, leans in, lays it, no. Took a little bump, no call, and bounced it off the window too strong. Idaho State from right to left. O'Neill driving a kick. Here's Griffin working with 17 minutes to go, first half. This game tied at 5. Griffin on the drive, slips as he gets underneath, loses it out of bounds, and it's Bobcat basketball. His back foot, as he tried to plant and turn the corner, his back foot kind of slipped out from underneath him. In fact, you can see the skid mark where his shoe slipped out from underneath him on the left block. Montana State now with the ball. They'll go from left to right. 5-5 game, 16:50 to go, first half. Out on the right wing, Jabe Mullins has the dribble, picks it up and hands it off to Brandon Walker. Give it to Ogbong Polo at the top, takes it to the elbow, kick out left wing, Patterson for 3, ring it up. Tyler Patterson's got a pair of deep balls early. 2 Wendy's three-pointers from Tyler Patterson, and Montana State has an 8-5 lead. 16:25 to go. We're in the first half. Bryce Zephyr will be the first sub for the Bobcats as he heads to the scorer's table. Otten on the left wing, hands off for Darling. Has the dribble. Slings to the right wing for O'Neill, one-on-one against Walker, giving him some cushion. Toss out to Griffin now with 10 to shoot. Back to the top, here's O'Neill, driving a kick. Griffin lets a 3 go, and it's good. High arcing shot over the hand of Pat McMahon, who had a good quick closeout. Isaiah Griffin, just his 13th 3 of the year, shoots under 30% from downtown, but gets an early one to knot it again at 8. Just under 16 minutes to go, first half. Montana State with the ball. Bobcats dominated in terms of time in the lead against Idaho State last year with the sweep. Walker spots up a left wing three. Sure. Bobcats raining it home from deep in the early going. They're 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. Brandon Walker getting into the action now. 11-8 the lead for Montana State. Hand off on the right wing, O'Neal. Looking to get rid of it. Can't get it to Darling. Pat McMahon's all over him. Now they finally do out near the half-court line. Darling picked up by Brandon Walker. Ball moved into the left corner. Drive by Hollenbeck to the rack with a two-hand flush. Ripped that left baseline, and Connor Hollenbeck with a flashy slam. 11-10. Montana State in front. 15:05 to go first half. Mullins has the dribble on the left eye of the Bengal logo. Now he takes it to the left elbow. Throws up the top for Walker. Works his way to the mid-post. Double team. Kick out to McMahon. Rips it from the left wing. Pulls up mid-post. Kick out topside. Walker to the free throw line. The jumper. That's good. Brandon Walker found his spot. Didn't think about it and just drained it. Montana State shooting lights out in the early going. 5 of 7 from the field. Chika Naduka heading to the scorer's table now as well. Tip out at the top by Ogbong Polo into the backcourt. Griffin recovers. Good active hands by Ogbong Polo's had some good stretches defensively tonight. Hand off to Darling. Takes it up to slow it down with 10 to shoot on the center logo. Darling to his left. Working on Walker now. Works his way into the paint. Stops, pivots, fall away Jay. Rimming, good. Tough shot by Dylan Darling. Great contest by Brandon Walker against the guard and not fouling and just making that a tough shot. Montana State a 1-point lead. Mullins driving a kick. Ogbong Polo in the right corner. Moves the ball around to the top. Handoff for Pat McMahon. Back to Walker. Fakes the handoff to Patterson. Instead gives to Mullins. Bounce out to Walker. He's wide open for 3 again. That one's no good, and Idaho State has the rebound. Montana State 3 of 5 from deep. 13:45 to go in a free-flowing first half. Idaho State with the basketball. No substitutions yet either. Griffin out on the right wing. Takes it to the elbow. Handoff. Toss up to the top. Dylan. He gives it over to the right wing, O'Neal. 10 to shoot. Back to Dylan Darling in the right corner. Working on Walker again. Tries the 3, and it's good. Used a couple of jab steps. Walker didn't really bite, so he decides to trigger it from deep. And Dylan Darling, the leading scorer for Idaho State at 16 a game, has 5 in the early going. 2-point lead for Idaho State. Just over 13 minutes to go first half. McMahon now from deep, left corner. Too strong on the 3 ball. And the rebound grab by Idaho State despite some pressure by Ogbong Polo. These guys looking fresh despite playing for basically 7 straight minutes. Lekolot's heading to the scorer's table now as well. Darling on the drive. Got blocked by Jay Mullins out of bounds. Jay Mullins mauled him and got all the rock. We'll take a break. What a rhythm. What a start to this ball game. Aesthetically pleasing to begin our Thursday night. All right, let's step aside from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 12:55 to go in the first half. Montana State trailing 15-13 against Idaho State. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime. Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Hitting the road? When you download the Fuel Forward app, you save up to 20 cents per gallon on your first fill-up at Conoco stations. Because that's what the app does. A simple, straightforward way to keep you moving forward. Fuel Forward. 20 cents is a combined savings of 5 cents every day off per gallon plus an extra 15 cents off per gallon for first-time users up to 30 gallons. Offer valid once for a new Fuel Forward app user through 6/30/2025. Participating locations only.
Back to First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State is trailing Idaho State 15-13 with 12:57 to go in the first half. Bobcats trying to extend their longest active winning streak against any Big Sky rival, having won the last 11 straight, dating back to March 1st, 2018. Bobcat basketball is brought to you in part by Kendall Ford Lincoln of Bozeman, a proud supporter of Montana State athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. All right, that was a free-flowing start to the game. We are 7 minutes in. There has not been a foul called yet, and we didn't have our under 16 media timeout until we got to about the 13-minute mark. Bryce Zephyr, Chika Naduka, Sam Lekalot checking in along with Ogbong-Polo and Patterson, who are already on the floor. For Idaho State, they go to work to our left. One sub with Blake Dabercow into the game. They play a lot of minutes with their starters. Down to the left block, Hollenbeck blocked from behind. Lekalot the contest, and Ogbong-Polo came away to take it out of his hands. Ogbong-Polo a drive and a kick. Bobcats with the ball down 2. There's Naduka, handoff Ogbong-Polo. Sling around the perimeter. Here's Bryce Zephyr with his first touch. He posts up against Darling, down to the left block. Bounce pass to the right block. Naduka's there with a floater. No good, but he draws a foul. Oh, they called that an offensive foul on Chika Naduka. That was a weird one. I thought Naduka's the one who got tackled. He kind of floated it up, and then as they went for the rebound, the defender ended up kind of landing on him. Oh, Naduka. Okay, I see it. Yep, nope, that was a good call. Naduka grabbed him around the waist and pulled him down. Okay. I was wrong. First foul on Naduka. And now they're going to take a look at that. Hello to Jared Mullen and KT tuning in today. Trying to see if this Bobcat team has found a little momentum, snapping their 6-game losing streak last Saturday. Longest losing streak by the program since the 2017-2018 season. At First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you, member FDIC. All right. We're going to take the media timeout as well. So let's step aside. 12 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the first half. Idaho State leading 15-13 over Montana State. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. That's why at Firehouse Subs, they make their subs differently, because their subs can make a difference. Their family of restaurant owners and local crews are proud to continue to serve you the hot, hearty, life-saving subs you crave every day. In fact, it's never been easier to grab their subs to go with Rapid Rescue to Go. Save time when you order online at firehousesubs.com or on their app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Montana's Ribbon Chop House has been serving Rocky Mountain communities for over 20 years. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. We hope you'll be our guest at one of our Montana locations soon. And a great day to be a guest at the Ribbon Chop House is Tuesday nights at 6:30 p.m. We're there for Cat Chat every week throughout the year, all the way until Boise. Player guests each week. Last week we had Bryce Zephyr and Dylan Phillip. Thank you. And Dylan Phillip and Bryce Zephyr, one of the officials, coming over and letting us know that they did review that last foul, and it's just a common foul on Chika Naduka, who kind of pulled his man down, wrapping his arm around his waist. Idaho State with the basketball. They have a 15-13 lead. 12:20 to go, first half. A bucket here by Idaho State would be the largest lead of the game by either team. Nobody's led by more than 3 in the early going. Tight back and forth affair to open up this third week of Big Sky play. Ball moving around, handoff on the left wing. Toss up to the top of the key, bounce over to the right wing now. Bergen, bounce into the post, O'Neal, handoff inside, kick out to the left wing. Here's a 3, and it's good. Connor Hollenbeck, a hot start. His second 3. He's got 8 points, and that's a high arcing shot with Ogbong-Polo closing out quickly against him. Montana State with the ball down 5. Out to the right corner. Lekalot, who thought about an open 3, second guessed it. Back to Lekalot. Takes it out to the right wing. Bounce down to the Big Sky logo on the right side. Out to Zephyr. Triggers the left corner 3. Too strong, airballed it, and grabbed to the baseline by Idaho State. Bengals from right to left in the home whites. About 50% filled up today in one of the smaller gyms in the conference. Toss up to the top end, stolen. Ogbong-Polo in transition. Got blocked. Went up with the right-handed layup. It got blocked in transition. The Bobcats corral the loose ball. Zephyr down to the right block, draws the hand check foul on A.J. Bergen. Ogbong-Polo, he didn't try to do anything fancy there. He had the steal, was heading to the cup, went up with that right-handed layup, but got blocked. That was Jake O'Neal, the 6'4", 210-pound guard who got there and took it out of his hands. 18-13, Montana State is trailing. 11:05 to go, first half. Bobcats, after that hot shooting start, are now 0 of their last 5 from the field. Zephyr gets it into Naduka, tight in the right corner. Hand off to Zephyr. The lefty dribbles and curls into the lane, goes to the cup, and with the lefty layup, he puts it home. Now that's the type of bucket the Bobcats have been missing in the absence of Bryce Zephyr, that ability to just beat his man. And we saw Zephyr do it now for the first time tonight. Idaho State working offensively. Jaden Brown, who had a really good and efficient game last Saturday, bounces it over to Dylan Darling, the leading scorer. Back to Brown. He triggers a 3, and it's in and out. The Bobcats have the rebound. Jed Miller, who just checked in, picked it up off a bounce. Zephyr to Miller. He's open. Left wing 3. Book it. Zephyr to Miller. The Bobcats knock it down there. 5th 3 of the first half. All assists. That one coming from Bryce Zephyr, sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. 10:15 to go, first half. The Miller 3 ties it. Pass into the post. Got knocked free. And Naduka first to the floor. Picks it up and tosses it to Brian Garacki, who's getting his first run of the day. Miller at the top. Takes it to the elbow. Oh, I thought he dribbled that off a foot. Instead, it's picked up by O'Neal. Going to the cup in transition. And he finishes with a little adjustment midair to get around the defense of Bryce Zephyr. Tough finish by Jake O'Neal, who has his first 2 points tonight. Bobcats down by 2 with the ball. Garacki backing it down to the left block. Lobs into the post, and Naduka is fouled as he goes up. That foul on Jaden Brown, his first. Chika Naduka going to the line. Real Milk is a nutrient-rich product. It contains 13 essential nutrients from vitamin A to zinc, all of which are important for a healthy immune system and overall wellness. That's 13 nutrients with seemingly endless benefits. Reach for milk and make every sip count. Chika Naduka going to the stripe. 9:42 to go in the ballgame, and a chance for Chika to tie it at the free throw line. First free throw is good. Sam Lekalot in. Max Ogbong-Polo taking a seat. Boy, those were some good-looking minutes from Max Ogbong-Polo, the transfer from Utah State by way of Wyoming, by way of USC. Ogbong-Polo, 10 minutes so far in this first half. Had a season-low 13 minutes against NAU on Saturday. Starting lineup has stayed the same, but the rotation for Coach Logie has changed from game to game as Naduka misses that second free throw off the heel of the iron. The Bobcats now to within 1. 9:35 to go, first half. Idaho State leading 20-19 with the ball. Moving it around the perimeter. Green hands it off for Dylan Darling, who logs a lot of minutes. Takes it to the free throw line against Miller. Picks up the dribble, throws it over to O'Neal on the right wing. He drives down to the right block, goes through 2 defenders, missed the reversed spinning layup, and the Bobcats have the rebound. Zephyr rushing from left to right, down to Garacki, to the cup, missed the reverse lefty layup. Lekalot the offensive rebound, kicks it back out, back to Lekalot, back to Miller, and the Bobcats get into their set. Here's Zephyr. Bounce pass to Naduka. Dribbles left, gives to Miller at the top. 10 to shoot. Miller picks up the dribble and gives to Zephyr. 6 to shoot. Zephyr throws into the post. Udoka makes the catch and gets hammered. Draws the foul. He went down hard, and he's in some pain holding his right wrist. Oh, that one hurt. There were two guys there. See where the foul goes. He got smoked. Evan Otten picks up the foul. Udoka to his feet. Taking a look at the replay. Yeah, I mean, it was mostly body contact, but he was just kind of in a vulnerable spot in the air.
Jordan.
All right. Logie, Coach Logie said he wanted Udoka get checked. He went to go grab the trainer, Jordan, but Udoka says, I'm all right. The first free throw is a little off the mark to the left side. It's his left wrist, so not his shooting hand. Still holding and favoring it right now. The Bobcats to this point, for the most part, have been pretty healthy outside of the injury, the two different injuries Bryce Zephyr has suffered early in the non-conference. Next free throw is good. Udoka splits the pair. 2 points for Chika today, who also had a season-high 4 points on Saturday. So Udoka ties the game at 20. And Idaho State inbounds the basketball going from right to left. Boy, it's been a good one today. High-level hoops between Montana State and Idaho State. Dylan Darling has the dribble out of the left wing. He's pivoting after picking up the dribble, guarded by Garacki, and he hands it off for Griffin with kind of a high degree of difficulty pass. Hand off back to Darling. Bobcats do a nice job staying in his pocket. On the drive, Darling to the rack, draws the foul, and finishes with a lefty finger roll. The Bobcats were staying on top of him. And now a foul on Brian Garacki, his first. A free throw coming. See every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with a patient experience that's second to none. Experienced doctors and advanced technology. Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats, is your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. Free throw is good by Dylan Darling. Darling has 8 points, averages 16 a game, and has scored 3 straight with 20-plus. A.J. Bergen checks into the ball game. Darling gets a brief rest. Last 2 games, he's played 35 and 40 minutes. One of those games going to overtime. Montana State down 3 with the ball. 8 1/4 to go, first half. Walker, skip pass to Zephyr, left corner. Working out on the left wing. 9 to shoot. Zephyr to the top, 7. Zephyr to the mid-post, 5. Jump pass to Lekalot, left corner, 3. That's no good. That's a good look. Didn't fall. Montana State still shooting it well from deep, 4 of 9 from beyond the arc. Good to see Lekalot trigger that confidently, though. Hand off in the left corner. Here's a 3. That's no good. Fight for the rebound. Tipped by Walker. Picked up by Miller. Throws ahead to Garacki. One-on-one Garacki in transition. Euro step. Lays it up. No. Took a little body contact. Didn't get the call. It's been pretty consistent both ways. And Idaho State come the other way with a 3-point lead. Down on the right baseline. Backing it in. Backing down. Pivoting. Has to kick it out. Good defense by Lekalot. Now a drive. Griffin working on Miller. Down on the left block. Kick out left corner. Here's a 3. That's no good. Off the front iron out of the hands of Jaden Brown. And Lekalot has the rebound for Montana State. Bobcats down 3 with the ball. 7 1/4 to go, first half. Walker drives in. Kick out. Zephyr misses the right wing 3. Ooh, Lekalot went down hard, and he'll draw the foul. He got undercut by Jackson Green. And while he was in the air, his legs got flung up and came down hard on that kind of back right hip. Pops back up. Lekalot as tough as they come, but seen a couple of Bobcats go down pretty hard today. And that will take us to another timeout from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:06 to go in the first half. We've had a good one today between the Bobcats and the Bengals. Montana State trailing 23-20. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
For all of your tree and lawn care needs, turn to Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics. Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care provides outstanding service for your landscape for pruning, removals, stump grinding, tree moving, plant health care, and all of your landscaping maintenance needs. Check out Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care. Wade duly certified arborist.
I was diagnosed in 2010 with bipolar 1 disorder. It took me a while, but I had to surrender to that fact.
At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, we recognize mental health as the foundation of well-being. This is why we partner with advocates like Jason DeShaw and others who spread mental health awareness across the state and beyond.
I've learned that I cannot do this alone, that I have to reach outside of myself for help.
Learn more about Jason's story at bigblueskyyinitiativemt.com.
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime. Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
The Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites, the proud sponsor of MSU Athletics and the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit comeonin.com to book your stay today. 7:06 to go, first half. Montana State trailing 23-20 against Idaho State. We're sitting courtside at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. An update on the women. Right now they are down 19-18, so trailing by a point at the start of the second quarter. Here, Montana State will inbound after a foul on Idaho State, going after the rebound. Bobcats have it. Working to our right as we hit the 7-minute mark of the first half. Brandon Walker spins down to the mid-post, back into the lane, kick out to Ogbonk Polo. He triggers the three ball. No good. Off the back iron. Another good look. And a travel. O'Neal, a little bit of indecision to the backcourt. And a turnover. So Bobcats get it back. Got to get something going offensively here. They had such a hot start. And now they have slowed considerably. Just 2 of their last 12. Lob into the backcourt. Zephyr grabs it. Takes it into the paint, down to the left block. Now posts up, slings to the right corner. Walker's open for 3, and it's good. What a pass by Bryce Zephyr from the left block to the right corner along the baseline. That fastball had some mustard on it. And Brandon Walker knocks out his second 3 of the game. And now a foul as Jay Mullins got tangled up with Isaiah Griffin. Mullins kind of landed on his ankles. So Jay Mullins picks up his first free throw, and that's about what it's taken right now to get a foul. Just tackling a guy. It's all right. It's been consistent so far. Up to the top, Idaho State with a basketball. Hand off, knock free. Walker diving for it, and it's out of bounds. Great effort by Brandon Walker. He knocked it away. He was the first to the floor, beating Dylan Darling there, and couldn't quite corral it before it rolled across that far sideline. By the way, when we've talked about that extra kind of blue-collar edge Brandon Walker has brought to the game this season, that is the type of play we're thinking about. Dylan Darling throws over to the right wing. Ooh, nearly taken away by Pat McMahon. Hollenbeck works his way to the mid-post, pulls up with a jumper. High arcing shots, no good. Tall rebound, grabbed by Idaho State. Out to the left wing, then to the top. Darling triggers a deep 3. That's no good. Fight for the rebound, tipped out of bounds. We got a foul, and it's going on Griffin. Jay Mullins was there, and it was Griffin who draws the foul thanks to the strong box out by Jay Mullins. All right, Cats have had some X factor today. Brandon Walker tied it on the last Cat possession with a 3, so it's 23 points apiece. 6 minutes to go, first half. Some shots haven't particularly fallen in the middle portion of this first half, but Montana State still right there looking for their first Big Sky road win of the year. Only their 3rd opportunity. Walker at the top, handoff for Zephyr, 10 to shoot. Zephyr with the lefty dribble, slings out to the right wing. Here's Mullins, turns in the paint, kicks it out. Walker turns down a 3, now drives the right baseline with 3 to shoot, goes up through contact. No! Zephyr the putback. No! Third try. No! Wow! All right, we told you they weren't calling a lot, didn't call much down there. Bobcats couldn't finish underneath. Skip out to the right corner. Griffin steps in for the elbow jumper. That's no good. Rebound, tipped, loose, knocked out of bounds. And it's Montana State ball. Ooh, I think the Cats caught a break. Had a pretty good angle. Looked like it was Montana State that touched it last, but the Cats will take it. .5:22 to go, first half. 23 all after a hot offensive start on both sides. Things have cooled. Combined 2 of their last 16 between these two teams. Zephyr down to the mid-post. Hop, stop, spins, tries to skip the pass, and it got knocked away. Boy, good anticipation by Blake Dabercow. Idaho State the other way. Hollenbeck sets it up. Gives it to O'Neal, who's looking for Darling, but Mullins is all over him. Toss to the right elbow, backing it down. Dabercow working on Walker, pivoting in the paint. Scoops it up. No, didn't even get to the rim. Loose on the floor, picked up and laid in by Isaiah Griffin. Oh, that was some good defense until the very, very end when Griffin picked up just a loose change basketball. Montana State the other way. Driving a kick. McMahon open right corner three. No! And Idaho State has the rebound. Pushed ahead. Hollenbeck gets down to the left block. Handoff to Griffin inside. Lefty layup is good. Idaho State now putting together one of their first runs of the ball game. They're 27-23. So 4-point run. Not much, but that's what it feels like in this game. Yeah, it's been so close. Lob down low. Ogbong-Polo makes the catch left block. Turns into the middle of the paint. Puts up a push shot. No. Rebound Idaho State. And the Bobcats one of their last 11 from the field. We've seen these scoring droughts for Montana State before. Darling into the lane. Kick out. Right wing. A three by Griffin. That's no good. Weak side rebound, and O'Neal brings it back out. To the left wing for three. That's good. Hollenbeck puts it up, puts it home. And a timeout called by Montana State. 7-0 run by Idaho State. They're the first one to really grab some momentum in this ball game. And that'll take us to a break as well. Bobcats need some answers offensively. Just one of their last 11 from the field, now trailing by 7, their largest deficit of the day. Let's step aside. 3:47 to go, first half. Idaho State leading Montana State 30-23. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to BozemanChamber.com.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits since 2014. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
Intermountain Health, formerly known as SCL Health in Big Sky Country, is proud to be an official health partner of Montana State Athletics. Bobcats trailing 30-23, 3:47 to go, first half. Idaho State on the longest run of the game for either team right now on this 7-0 run over the last 55 seconds. And part of the issue here for Montana State is a lack of scoring, one of their last 11 from the field. Overall, Montana State led by Brandon Walker, 8 points on 3 of 7. Patterson, 6 points with a pair of Wendy's three-pointers. Montana State -6 on the glass, -1 on the offensive glass so far. Montana State with a basketball, trying to end this scoring drought. Garacki takes it down to the right baseline, posted up, gives it to a cutting Ogbong-Polo. He dropped it out of bounds, but it was last touched by Idaho State. Just kind of hit him in the palms, fell off. 3:32 to go, first half. Big stretch here as Idaho State has the first kind of momentum grab of the game. Naduka back in there. He takes the inbounds pass. Now to Garacki. Triple teamed. Now pivots. And gets rid of it to Jay Mullins. 5 to shoot. Mullins down to the right baseline. 2. Got to heave it up. Get the shot off. floats it up, no, off the side of the backboard. And coming out of a timeout, the Bobcats struggling offensively, they do not get a clean shot off at the end of the shot clock. 30-23, Montana State trailing, 3:10 to go, first half. Bobcats got to keep it up defensively right now, with the offense not doing what they need to do. Darling, pump fake at the left elbow. Now pivoting, wants to get rid of it and does to the top for Griffin. Isaiah Griffin working on Mullins. Thrown around to the left corner for O'Neal. Down to the mid-post left side. Dabercow steps through. No, misses the righty layup. Offensive rebound, and then a fight for a loose ball. And a foul on Max Ogbong-Polo came in and whacked down. First foul on Ogbong-Polo. He'll take a seat. Sam Lecolot will head to the floor. 2:46 to go, first half. 7-point deficit for Montana State. Hollenbeck to the mid-post left side against Garacki. Jump pass down to the right block. Throw back out to Hollenbeck. 10 to shoot. Driving on Garacki to the left block. Lays it up. No. And Lecolot has the rebound. Good contest by Garacki. Holding his hand straight up in the sky. Now Garacki with it on the left side beyond the arc. Up to Mullins. Montana State trying to snap a long 4+ minute scoring drought. The Duca, handoff Patterson. His three. That's good. Nothing but net from Tyler Patterson, who brings the rain to the drought. Montana State down 4 after the Wendy's 3 ball by Tyler Patterson. Montana State's hit 6 threes in this first half, 3 of them from Patterson. 2 minutes remaining first half. Handoff for Darling at the top. Works his way into the paint, stops. Throws to the right baseline. Dabercow, reverse layup, no. Sam Lecolot with quality defense, and he grabs the rebound. All right, Montana State, a 3 and a stop. Now they've got the ball back, trailing by 4 with a chance to make it a 1-possession game. 1:40 left first half. Garacki off a screen. He's open. The 3. No. He went down at the end, no call. Offensive putback by Lecolot, no. Got another rebound, pivoting in the paint, knocked free and out of bounds, and it's staying with Montana State. Logie wanted a foul on the Garacki 3, saying there was no place to land. They've just basically swallowed the whistles throughout the first half, which is fine. 5 combined free throws, 4 for Montana State, 1 for Idaho State. Walker in for the final 89 seconds of this first half. The Duca takes a seat. So it's Walker, Lecolot, Patterson, Zephyr, and Garacki. He was hiding in the corner. Bounce pass down to the left baseline. Walker surveying, puts it on the floor, picks up the dribble, gives to Patterson beyond the arc. Toss to Lecolot, drives from the top, kick out. Patterson, left corner 3. Yes! Tyler Patterson is scalding hot in the first half with 4 3-balls. Montana State back to within 1. A 6-0 run of the last 6-0 run of the last 60 seconds, thanks to Patterson's deep range. Darling turns the corner, gets the cup, lefty layup, good and 1. Wow, he is fast. He went from the right wing to the left block, beat 2 defenders, and just put some gnarly English on that thing to scoop it in. First foul on Tyler Patterson. Darling going to the line, trying to complete his second 3-point play of the ball game. He's into double figures now with 10. Final minute of the first half. Idaho State with a 7-0 run kind of late in this half, opened it up just a bit. Free throw by Darling is good. Then Patterson came in off the bench and knocked down a couple of threes. Bobcats down by 4 after the 3-point play by Darling. 50 seconds to go first half. Zephyr out on the left wing. Gives it to Patterson. Bounce pass to Walker at the top. Moves right, hands off for Garacki. Dribbles to the top. Back to Walker, right corner. Rips the right baseline. Tries the double team trap. Kick out, extra pass. Patterson airballed it from the left wing. Garacki saves it along the baseline. Walker picks it up. He lays it in. Oh, what an effort by Brian Garacki, leaping across the baseline to save that possession. And Brandon Walker was there as the easy recipient. That was a massive play by Brian Garacki. Cats down 2, shot clock dark. Idaho State with the ball. 10 seconds to go first half. Otten has it. Over to the left wing, O'Neal takes it down to the left baseline, 5. O'Neal kick out left wing, 3. Hollenbeck going to the rack, tried to jam it, no, and a late foul with 0.3 of a second left. and Brandon Walker picks up his first. A contest high at the rim. Brandon Walker looking around, looking for answers. Taking a look at the play. Ooh, I don't know. Walker jumped pretty straight up there. Didn't bring his arms down. Tough call. The first free throw is good from Connor Hollenbeck. He's at his third different school. He played D2 ball for the last 3 years. And now his sixth and final year of eligibility here at Idaho State. It's the second free throw. The Bobcats will inbound and end this first half. First, though, a timeout for Montana State, so got to get it to a tip. So Logie burning a timeout here, drawing something up with 0.3 on the clock, having to go the length of the floor. 35-31, Idaho State leading with 0.3 of a second left in this first half. BJ Cawley checking in. Cawley hasn't played much in Big Sky play, just his third appearance in the first 5 games. Oh, nope, didn't get in time. So he heads back to the bench. All right, again, Montana State's got to go the length of the floor with 0.3 of a second left, so just got to heave and tip, and they just inbound it. All right, that'll wrap it up in the first half. Walker goes to get an explanation on that late foul and shares a smile and a pat on the back with the official. A congenial fellow, Brandon Walker. All right, we're stepping aside at the end of one half of play. It's tight throughout. Idaho State had a late 7-0 run, and in the end, the Bobcats down 4 at the break. We'll step aside. It's Idaho State 35, Montana State 31. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Bobcat fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at MSU bookstores, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, or on campus in the Strand Union Building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase go directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby, top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
Flex Premium Athleisure is softness that plays hard. From the couch, to the gym, to the office, and beyond, Flex gives you premium comfort and style that keeps up with anything without costing everything. Now, take an extra 15% off Flex at Kohl's. Whether you're chasing the ball or chasing the kids, life's a workout. Flex with it, exclusively at Kohl's. 15% off valid through January 20th. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State is trailing 35-31 at halftime against Idaho State. Cats got off to a really hot start offensively in this ball game. They knocked down 5 of their first 7 shots, but then they had some long droughts. They missed at one point 5 straight shots. Then they missed another 5 straight after hitting a bucket, and then after that they missed 6 straight shots. So they had a couple of stretches there where they really got icy cold, and just that lack of offensive consistency has hurt Montana State at certain points throughout the year. And Saw it again a little bit there midway through that first half. Individually, Brandon Walker had 10 points on 4 of 8 shooting with 1 rebound and a block. Tyler Patterson had 4 threes in that first half. He had 1 rebound as well. All 6 of his shots were from beyond the arc. Pat McMahon had 2 points in 10 minutes. Zephyr, 2 points, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 rebound in 10.5 minutes. Chica had 2 points in 6.5 minutes. Jed Miller had 3 points in 4 minutes. And Max Ogbongpolo 0 of 3 from the field, but 2 rebounds, pair of steals, and an assist, so certainly still contributed at times on the floor. On the other side for Idaho State, 2 players in double figures. Connor Hollenbeck having a great start to this ball game. He averages 8 points a contest, 13 points in the first half. Dylan Darling, 11 points today on 4 of 7 shooting. 7 points from Isaiah Griffin, 2 from Jake O'Neal. Bobcats shoot 34% from the field, 7 of 17 from downtown, 41%, and 2 of 4 from the free throw line for Idaho State, 43% from the field, 5 of 10 from 3, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. The Bobcats were -2 on the glass. They were +1 on the offensive glass, which is notable because Idaho State is just so darn good, both rebounding overall, they're +12, and they average 15 offensive rebounds per game. That's top 10 in the nation this season. So for Montana State, at least doing a nice job neutralizing things in that regard. For the Cats, they only scored 6 points in the paint. That's notable because Idaho State has really struggled with their interior defense as of late. The last 2 games, Idaho State has given up over 100 points in the paint in 2 games. The Bobcats, though, only 6 points in the paint in the first half. Today, we'll see if they can get a little more action inside of the paint when we get to the second half. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll get you up to date on some more scores here in just a bit. A heck of a second quarter back in Bozeman for the women. We'll tell you about that in just a moment. But first, a timeout. 35-31, Montana State is trailing Idaho State at halftime. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. That's why at Firehouse Subs, they make their subs differently, because their subs can make a difference. Their family of restaurant owners and local crews are proud to continue to serve you the hot, hearty, life-saving subs you crave every day. In fact, it's never been easier to grab their subs to go with Rapid Rescue to Go. Save time when you order online at firehousesubs.com or on their app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Montana State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Back at Reed Gym, Montana State trailing at the half, down 35-31 against Idaho State. Second half will begin here in just under 7 minutes. Someone you know taking dangerous shots, opioid addiction can start quietly and take over fast. Know the signs so you can protect your friends and family and connect them to help. Find out how at helpsavelives.mt.com. All right, let's take a look at the First Interstate Bank out-of-town scoreboard now, and we start in Bozeman. The Bobcats on the women's side, what a second quarter. It's their second straight game in which they have hung 30 points in a quarter. Montana State in the second quarter outscored Idaho State 30-8. They lead now 44-27. Dylan Phillip, who was our guest on the show on Tuesday on Cat Chat, had 10 points in that quarter. She had a pair of threes and went 3 of 3 from the field overall. Natalie Picton had 9 points with 5 assists in that quarter. She hit 3 threes, so some good stuff there. Also, Ella Johnson getting back into the ballgame, returning from a concussion that occurred about 2 weeks ago now. But how about 55% from the field and 6 3 balls from the women in that 30-point second quarter? And again, they lead 44-27. That is wild. What an effort by Coach Binford's crew. All right, taking a look at the rest of the Big Sky scores right now. Northern Arizona is dominating at home with 2.5 to play. They're up 74-47 at home against Sacramento State. In that ball game, Trent McLaughlin has 18 points. Diego Campusano off the bench has 19. Tout has 11 points and 14 rebounds. Monty Bowser has 11 points in that ball game for Sac State. Julian Vaughns and Jacob Holt, the only 2 in double figures, again, for Sac State. But looks like NAU is on their way to a second Big Sky victory. Tight one in Greeley. Northern Colorado leading 71-69 against Portland State. So Northern Colorado with 9 seconds left has a 2-point advantage. And Portland State just turned the ball over and then had to foul. So looks like UNC is at the free throw line now. And again, up 2, so don't know if it's a 1-and-1 or if they're going to be shooting 2 free throws. Northern Colorado could potentially ice that game here shortly, but that is a heck of a game, and does seem like Portland State maybe is a little bit improved this season. And then at halftime over in Ogden, Weber State is leading Montana 32-29. Bobcats will be there for a 7 o'clock tip on Saturday, but Weber State, again, leading by 3. Montana is 3-1 after their loss last Saturday against Northern Colorado. All right, we'll take a break. Montana State is trailing 35-31 against Idaho State. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, mobile banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Go Cats!
Montana Fence, located in Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, and Kalispell, is Montana's largest fencing superstore. Get everything you need for your fencing projects at rock bottom pricing. Low prices on all styles of farm fence, chain link, vinyl privacy, ornamental iron, cedar pickets, continuous panels, wood privacy. We have it all. Quality materials at truckload prices. Let the experts at Montana Fence help you plan your next project. Whether you use our team or do it yourself, check out Montana Fence.
If you're a parent, listen up. A shocking number of Montana teens and preteens vape regularly, so please talk to your kids about vaping. It matters. Get everything you need for a great convo at knowthefacsmt.com. All right, we'll take one more break. On the other side of this timeout, we will start the second half. Montana State trailing Idaho State 35-31. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive five-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Hallen believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Hallen, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
All right, we are back for the second half. Montana State trailing 35-31. Bobcats inbound to basketball, and it's knocked away. Idaho State with a steal. They're running the other way. O'Neal to the rack with a two-hand slam. That is not how you want to start the second half. So a turnover and a fast break dunk, and Idaho State extends their lead to 6. Bounce underneath now. Walker to the cup, and he gets fouled as he went up for a one-handed dunk. And this time it was Evan Otten with his second foul. All right, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State basketball.
AM 1450, KMMS, and K236CY Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
Keaton Gillogly with you from Pocatello, Idaho. Montana State trailing as we are 30 seconds into the second half. Brandon Walker is at the free throw line, and his first shot is good. Walker now with 11 points. Next shot. That's good. Got the roll. And he ties Tyler Patterson for the team high with a dozen apiece. Idaho State with the basketball. They go from left to right. Coach Logie pumping up the Bobcat bench. Idaho State with the ball. Hand off to O'Neal on the left wing. Give it to Darling at the top. Crosses over to the free throw line. Stops, turns, jumper, good. That's his spot, kind of in that free throw line elbow area. And he knocks down a tough look there. Jay Mullins works on the left wing. Picks up the dribble. Throws up to the top for Tyler Patterson. Hand off for Brandon Walker. Then to Patterson, turns the corner, skip past the left wing. Mullins pumps the three, steps inside, triggers the 17-footer, and it's good. Jay Mullins with his first points today. Montana State down 39-35. Darling with the dribble at the top, picks it up. Gives over to the right wing for Otten. Handoff for Darling. Looking around with it. One dribble, picks it up. Toss up to the top for Griffin. 8 to shoot. Griffin against McMahon. Takes it to the elbow. Tries the jumper, and it's good. Tough shot. Isaiah Griffin now with 9 points. 41-35. Bobcats trailing just over 18 minutes to go, second half. Handoff for McMahon. Throws to Patterson, into the left corner, Ogbonkpolo, down to the left baseline, Walker, posts up, draws the double, passes out of it, extra pass, Patterson, topside three, got it! And Tyler Patterson opens up the second half just where he left off. His 5th three of the day, and it brings Montana State back to within 3. Up at the top, toss into the right corner. Darling works out to the right wing. Takes it to the free throw line. Leans in and missed the push shot. They call a foul on Brandon Walker. Didn't quite see it. They say his lower body kind of pushed him, but I don't know. Town Pump is a proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild rivalry series between Montana State University and the University of Montana. It's all sports all season long. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions at your local Town Pump. First edition of the Brawl of the Wild on the hardwood is coming up a week from Saturday. First free throw is good. The women will play at 2. The men will tip at 7 on January 25th over in Missoula. Second free throw for Darling. That rolls home. So Darling knocks down both free throws. Makes it a 5-point advantage. Bobcats with the ball trailing. Mullins on the right wing, pivoting. Gets it to Ogbonkpolo on the left wing. Then to Walker, back to Ogbonkpolo. Turns to the free throw line, jump pass to McMahon, rips the left baseline. Backing it down, kick out Walker. Drives in, jump pass to the top. Ogbonkpolo, 4 to shoot, into a triple team. Throws it out to Patterson, 1 to shoot, gets it up, gets it off, no. Little bit late. Idaho State, a team that has struggled defensively in Big Sky play, has done a nice job on this Bobcat offense. .17:02 to go in the ball game. Montana State is trailing 43-38. So Idaho State, for the most part, has kind of taken control here since late in the first half. Darling, throw up to the top. Hollenbeck rips through to the mid-post, leans in, got it to go around Jay Mullins. Tough finish by Connor Hollenbeck, who's got 15 today. Bryce Zephyr now on a drive, throws along the baseline. Thrown up to the top now for Mullins. Works his way into the paint, goes to the rack, got blocked and fouled. Otten picks up his 3rd. Crowd doesn't like it. But a good job by Jay Mullins, who saw the seam, took it to the rack. So Mullins will go to the line for the 7th and 8th free throws for Montana State. Mullins just picked up his first field goal early in this half. Only had 1 make on Saturday. First free throw is good. Mullins has been one of the best free throw shooters around the country with that shot. He is now 37 of 40 this season, well over 90%. Next shot is good. 4 points for Mullins. Lecolot into the game. Mullins will take a seat. So it's Zephyr, Lecolot, Patterson, Ogbonkpolo, and Walker. 16:33 to go in the game. 45-40. Idaho State is leading. Bengals moving it around the perimeter. Griffin throws to the right wing for Darling. Hand off in the right corner. Bobbled because of the pressure by Walker. Now O'Neal going to work on the right baseline. Out to the left wing. Hollenbeck tries a contested 3. Ooh, and he rained it home. Heat check. He's hot. Connor Hollenbeck, 40% shooter from 3 this year. He's 4 for 4 from deep tonight. Montana State with the basketball. Zephyr Throws out to Walker at the top. Hand off Ogbong Polo. Goes back the other way to Zephyr. Bounce down to the mid-post. Here's Walker back it into the double team. Lays it up. No. Fight for the rebound. Lose. Still loose and picked up by Idaho State. Darling racing the other way. Kick out to Hollenbeck. Turns from the wing to the rack. Lays it up. Got it to go as he tumbles into the cheerleaders on the baseline. Connor Hollenbeck getting away from the Bobcats right now. And it's the first double-digit lead of the game with Idaho State up by 10. Zephyr into the lane. Bounce pass to Walker, makes the catch and missed the bunny. Got his board, back up, yes, and one. Boy, he missed that bunny layup, but was not deterred, did not hang his head. That's how you get it done if you're Brandon Walker in the post. So he'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play, and we will step aside. 15:23 to go in the ball game. Montana State trailing 50-42, and a shot at the line after this timeout. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built. Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Bryant, whatever it takes. Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning. Carrier, turn to the experts. Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time. Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces. And NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
Bobcat Basketball is presented by your locally owned and operated McDonald's restaurants. Download the app and earn free food. Order from anywhere and even skip the line with convenient curbside pickup. 15:23 to go in the ball game. Montana State trailing 50-42 at Idaho State today. The Bengals have started this second half 6 of 6 from the field. They're shooting 53% overall. Montana State, after some struggles late in that first half on the offensive side, they're 3 of 5 to begin the second half, but haven't gotten a stop yet. Brandon Walker is at the line trying to complete a three-point play. Walker has 14 points. Patterson has a team-high 15, going 5 of 7 from the three-point line. On the other side, Connor Hollenbeck having a monster night. He's up to 20 points. 7 of those coming early in this second half. The free throw no good from Brandon Walker. Cats are 6 of 9 from the free throw line. Idaho State with the basketball to our right. Darling. Handoff, knocked free, and recovered. Active hands from Zephyr. Hollenbeck lobs over to Darling. Bobcats need to string together a couple of stops. Darling weaving, slips, lost it, loose on the floor. Zephyr dives down and picks up the ball. And Darling just lost his footing. So Montana State now into the front court. Zephyr into the lane. Kick out to the top, around to the left wing. Ogbong Polo turns the corner, stops at the elbow, pulls up for the jumper. Oh, and it's in and out. Ogbong Polo starting 0 of 4 today. Good look. And it just popped out. A little too much air in that basketball. Ball moving around for Idaho State. They lead by 8. Dabercow hands off for Griffin on the right wing. One-on-one against Lekalot. Toss to the top. 7 to shoot. Hollenbeck with the hot hand. Works his way down to the left baseline. Jumper up, no, but a foul on Zephyr. Leaned in too hard. First foul on Zephyr. And Hollenbeck will go to the line where he's an 83% shooter. Idaho State 6 of 6 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line to start the second half. First free throw from Hollenbeck. That's good. Know what's below? Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana, 811.org. Hollenbeck now with 8 points in this second half. A chance for another here. Only Patterson, Mullins, and Walker have scored for the Cats in the second half. Second free throw is good. Keaton Gillogly checks in for Brandon Walker. And Jackson Green into the ball game for Idaho State. Bobcats with the ball, down by 9. Zephyr turns, flips it up, indecision, knocked out of bounds, staying here with Montana State. Cats got another call. Iraqi in. And Ogbong Polo off, still looking for his first field goal, but he'll take a seat. So Zephyr will inbound on the baseline to our left. Looking to get it in, Gotta go. Got it in with a bounce pass to Naduka. Handoff for Zephyr. 14 minutes to go in the game. Zephyr takes it down to the mid-post. Throws up at the top for Patterson. Around to Garacki, right wing. Garacki lost the dribble, out of bounds. Turnover, Montana State. Getting clunky here. Cats have had some good stretches. That was the 6th turnover by Montana State overall today. So for the most part, they've handled the ball. But now Idaho State can make it a bigger lead, leading by 10. And a foul inside as Darling just went rolling in and then banged knees with Garacki. Dylan Darling draws the foul off Garacki, his second. Logie saying he was out of control. He just kind of barreled in. Darling's one of those guys that gets bumped, scraped, bruised. He's knocked around all the time. Lob into the post and a foul as Lekalot tried to deny reaching around. First foul on Lekalot. 4th team foul on the Cats, 3 on the Bengals. Idaho State trying to extend a 10-point lead. It's their largest of the day right now. Toss out to Darling on the left wing. Has a calm dribble at the top, 8 to shoot. Darling to the free throw line. Bounce pass down to the right block. Catch is made by Green. Goes up with a lefty hook and got it to go. First points for Jackson Green. Montana State just can't get a stop. Literally have not gotten a stop. Idaho State is 7 of 7 from the field. Zephyr in deep. Kick, right corner. Patterson, bad angle 3. That's no good. And the rebound won by Idaho State. So Montana State, 3 of 8 from the field. Idaho State, 7 of 7 since the break. It's a 12-point lead for the Bengals. Darling works to his right, tries a long 2. Missed it off the back iron. Long rebound tipped out and a foul. Everybody landed on the floor. And it's Keaton Gillogly who wins the lottery, his second. That was just a mass of bodies. The official checking something real quick at the scores table. I think making sure that it was on the correct player. .12:50 to go in the game. Montana State trailing by 12. Idaho State with a basketball. From the baseline, Darling looking to get it in. Look in. Bounce pass underneath. Catch is made. Layup is good. Dabercow got it to go. Idaho State continuing to dominate on the offensive side here. 8 of 9 from the field since halftime. Naduka hands it off. Zephyr dials up an open 3. In and out. Offensive rebound by Patterson. He draws a foul. Jackson Green with his second. Good effort by Patterson on the offensive glass. Cats down 14. Isaiah Griffin in. Dylan Darling gets a rare rest. That man puts in a lot of minutes. Zephyr inbounding to Naduka, right corner. Handoff for Zephyr. Drives the baseline, and his pass is picked off. Now Garacki with a steal. He throws ahead. Zephyr cherry pick into the cup. Two-hand dunk. Bobcats get a bucket back. Zephyr was cherry picking because he slammed into one of the cameramen underneath who couldn't figure out how to get out of the way. 12 minutes remaining in the game. Montana State down by 12. Pass, knocked free thanks to the high hands of Sam Lecolot. That takes us to a break. It's getting late quick. 11:55 to go in the game. Idaho State leading 56-44 against the Bengals. We'll step aside. Back after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
Montana Fence, located in Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, and Kalispell, is Montana's largest fencing superstore. Get everything you need for your fencing projects at rock bottom pricing. Low prices on all styles of farm fence, chain link, vinyl privacy, ornamental iron, cedar pickets, continuous panels, wood privacy. We have it all. Quality materials at truckload prices. Let the experts at Montana Fence help you plan your next project. Whether you use our team or do it yourself, check out Montana Fence. Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Hey, Bobcat fans, your support through the Bobcat Collective powers NIL opportunities for our Bobcat student athletes, helping them thrive on and off the field. Join today and make a real impact. All right, 11:55 to go in this ball game. Montana State is down 56-44. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, courtside at Reed Gym. And Montana State needs somebody to step up here. Tyler Patterson has hit 5 Wendy's three-pointers. He's got 15 points. Brandon Walker has 14 points. But there just hasn't been much else. Pat McMahon, 2. Mullins, 4. Ogbong Polo, 0 for 4 from the field. Karaki, 0 for 3. Duduka has 2 points. Jed Miller has 3. On top of that, the Cats have really struggled to get some stops here in the second half, allowing Idaho State to go 8 of 9 from the field. 10 to shoot. O'Neal with it for the Bengals. Takes it to the right elbow. 5 to shoot. Pivoting on Duduka. Puts it up high off the glass. No. Rebound tipped out of bounds. And it's Montana State ball. It's like a third little tip going out of bounds that Bengals fans think they got the short end of the stick on. Cats have caught a few breaks. Gotta just absolutely have to start stringing some buckets together. Montana State at least does get a stop, just their second in this second half. Miller off a screen to the top, back to Zephyr, works his way to the elbow, into the paint, kick out Lecolot, open left wing 3, that's no good. Duduka the board, kick out left corner, Zephyr pumps the 3, resets. With the dribble, into the paint, post up left block, picks up the dribble, slings out to Patterson, around to Miller, 10 to shoot, down to Lecolot right corner, 7 to shoot, back out to Miller, then to Lecolot again. He's open, topside 3, yes! There we go. Sam Lecolot with a 3, his first bucket of the day. Cats have it down to a single-digit deficit, 56-47, 11 minutes to go in the game. Griffin at the top. Here's now Darling. Dribbles to the left wing. Darling right around the screen. Lob into the post. Otten makes the catch. Turns far. Hook. That's good. Kind of far out there. 4 points for Evan Otten. Tough hook shot. Idaho State responds. Can't give up too many more runs here. Down by 11 with the ball. Lecolot at the top. Give out to Zephyr. Down to the right corner for Lecolot. To Patterson. To Miller. Then to Duduka. 8 to shoot. Handoff for Patterson, left wing. 5, Miller, 4. Miller to his right into the lane. 3, turns, pops, jumper, rimming, no. And the Bobcats have the board. Lecolot lays it in. Naduka cleared out the space, and Sam Lecolot had the sea parted and had the easy offensive putback. Cats down 9. 10 minutes to go. Darling, crossover, spin to the lane. Floater, no. Rebound. And Zephyr could not save it on the baseline. He was getting bumped, pushed, elbowed, scraped. Could not quite keep his balance underneath. Duca takes a seat. He's been giving up his body and soul the last couple of games. Had some fresh tape on the left wrist after he went down hard on a foul earlier. 9:40 to go in the game. Idaho State with the ball and a 9-point lead. Needs some stops. And Darling draws a foul as Miller got a little off balance. Jed Miller with his first foul. Out deep on the right sideline. 6th team foul on Montana State, so Bengals will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Inbound into the backcourt. Idaho State trying to snap their 11-game losing streak against Montana State in this all-time series. Darling turns to the left wing, crosses over to the lane, spin move, layup. No! Miller has the rebound. Boy, that was a heck of a spin. Miller stayed with it, though. Now Zephyr into the lane, kick out to Lecolot, then to Walker. Takes it right. Picks up the dribble, handoff for Miller. Miller, bounce pass down to the mid-post left side, Walker. Kick out to Zephyr, into the right corner, Lecolot drives the baseline. Kick out to Miller, he's open. Left corner, 3, got it. Jed Miller from deep, timeout Bobcats. Not done yet. Montana State down by 6. They trailed by as many as 14. We'll take a break after the Bobcat timeout. First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 8:55 to go in the ball game. Montana State trailing 58-52 after a big 3 from Miller. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Loaded Tortilla Soup is back at Qdoba. Savory veggie broth packed with flavor from tomatoes, peppers, onions, and spices. Enjoy Loaded Tortilla Soup in a bowl or crunchy tortilla shell with your favorite protein and craveable toppings. That's right, the soup sensations fans have been raving about has returned. But not for long, so get it while it's hot. Loaded Tortilla Soup is back at Qdoba. Order today at qdoba.com or in the app.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
8:55 to go in the ball game. Montana State trailing 58-52. We're courtside of the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. So it was a tight back and forth game early. Then the Cats ran into a scoring drought. Idaho State was able to open up a 7-point lead late in that first half. Then the Bengals came out firing on all cylinders to open up the second half and led by as much as 14. But Montana State now battling back. They're on a 10-2 run. Jed Miller just hit a 3. Cats are back in it, down 6. 8:55 to go. Some of the key numbers, this game tied on the glass. Montana State 12 offensive rebounds to 7 for Idaho State. That's less than half of their per-game average. One of the concerning numbers here, though, Montana State only 12 points in the paint, but the Bengals have really struggled with that, particularly in their last 2 games. Idaho State with the ball out of the timeout. Griffin on the right wing. Looking for the post. Instead throws to the wing. Down to a cutting Darling. Cut off on the left block. Double team. Kick out to the left side. Here's Hollenbeck for three. That one too strong with a bit of a heat check. And then a foul on Jake O'Neal. Shoved his man off. Jake O'Neal, who's a very good offensive rebounder, picks up the foul. 8:35 to go in the ball game. Montana State with the ball. Zephyr out of the right wing. Working down to the right baseline. Turns into the paint. Bounce down to Walker, right block. Kick out Zephyr. He's open. Top side three. No good off the back iron. Lekalot tips the rebound out, and he draws the fouls. He gets undercut. Just did a nice job getting up. Look, if you're not in position like Hollenbeck was not, if you move that lower half, you're going to get called. Watching the replay right now. Lekalot jumped straight up in the air, and Hollenbeck came in and undercut him. That's an easy call for the officials. Montana State to inbound. Looking and looking. High lob, and Miller makes a two-handed jump catch out on the right sideline. Bobcats down by 6 with the ball. Huge possession here. Walker, kick out. Patterson, he's got a three. No, off the inside of the iron. O'Neal with a rebound. Good look. Patterson's had a great night though. It's 5 of 9 from deep. 8 minutes remaining. Bengals with the ball, leading by 6. Hollenbeck into the lane. Handoff underneath, layup, good. Boy, that's some great ball movement. Evan Otten finishes it off. He's at his per-game average of 6 points. 7:45 to go, Cats down 8. Zephyr down to the right baseline. Into the lane, pulls up. Floater is good. Boy, when the Bobcats just needed a bucket, it was Bryce Zephyr. Found himself in space. That's what they've been missing. Zephyr kind of holding that ankle there a little bit. I think he's okay. 6-point lead for Idaho State. 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the game. Darling out of the right wing. Skip pass to Otten on the left side. 10 to shoot. Handoff, bad pass. And Zephyr has the steal. He's in transition to the rack. Layup is good. Took on 2 defenders. What an effort by Bryce Zephyr. And Zephyr is hurt. Yeah, he was kind of cramping up that ankle or calf. He's heading to the bench now. And that'll take us to a break. Boy, you hope that's not anything more than a calf, or a cramp. It was Jed Miller denying that handoff that forced the bad pass that turned into the turnover that allowed Bryce Zephyr to get the fast break bucket. We're stepping aside for the first Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:06 to go in the ballgame. Montana State trailing 60-56 at Idaho State. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Great houses start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage with Sarah Kelzer and team at Rate. She is Bozeman's trusted mortgage specialist with 20 years experience that knows the neighborhood. We have great rates and personalized home lending solutions, and our decisions are made quickly so you can move into your dream home sooner. Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Call Sarah at 406-580-6604 or apply online. Equal housing lender subject to credit approval. NMLS number 400361.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up,
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road. Pump it up, yeah.
At Montana's Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. This game is hanging in the balance. Bryce Zephyr just went off the floor, limping, favoring that left leg. Hopefully it was just a cramp as he got some work done with the trainer, Jordan. Pat McMahon checks back in. Coaching staff was really pumping him up as he headed back out onto the floor. Cats down 4. Bengals with the ball. 7:04 to go. It's Idaho State 60, Montana State 56. Bounce pass underneath, Darling to the cup. Denied at the rim by McMahon. Putback is good. Jackson Green gets the layup. Great defense by Pat McMahon, but the Cats couldn't get the offensive rebound after the block. Montana State with the ball. McMahon down to the mid-post. Now turns. Needs to get rid of it. He does, out to Miller. Bounce pass to the left wing for Walker. Pivots down to the left block. Draws a double team. Ball moved to Ogbonkpolo. And his topside three is good. Max Ogbonkpolo, his first bucket of the game after starting 0 of 4 from the field. And it's a 3-ball to make it a 1-possession game. Bobcats battling back from 14 down. Pass tipped and into the backcourt by Jed Miller. Oh, man. Good active hands. Either way, it has to reset the offense with 10 to shoot. Darling steps up to the top side for 3. That's no good. Rebound tipped. Loose. Fight for the ball. Still loose on the floor. Bodies dive in. And then finally a jump ball. Well, I don't know that anybody had possession. So jump ball called, and it'll stay with Idaho State. Bengals to inbound, leading by 3, 6 minutes left. Kicked. Good job by Ogbonkpolo, reached out with that right leg, knocking it free. It'll add 4 seconds to the shot clock from 16 to 20. Montana State trying to battle out of a 14-point hole. Out to Hollenbeck, into the mid-post on Lekelot. Turn with a long hook shot. That's short, and Walker has the rebound. Hollenbeck's been dynamite tonight. 22 points. Came up short on that one, thanks in part to the Lekelot defense. Lekelot has been a stopper on that side of the ball lately. Handoff for Miller on the left wing. Takes it down to the left corner, turns back to his right. Crosses over down to the left baseline. Gives to Walker, 10 to shoot. Walker out on the left wing now, 7. Up to Ogbonkpolo, 6. Picks up the ball, 5. To Walker, 4. Walker with 3 to shoot. Takes an NBA 3-ball. Off the front iron, no. Offensive board. McMahon put back, no. And O'Neal has the rebound. Man, that was a big-time rebound. And Pat McMahon could not convert. 5:05 remaining in the ball game. O'Neal out of the right wing, backing it down. Into the paint, pulls up, the jumper short, partially blocked by McMahon, and Miller grabs the loose ball. Bobcats coming the other way, still down by 3. So Walker into the lane, Boley ball into the lane, lays it home. He just flattened his man. Brandon Walker would not be denied, and he makes it a 1-point game, 62-61 Idaho State. What an effort by Brandon Walker. 4:30 to go in the ball game. Handoff for Darling out at the half-court line. Dribbles to his right, double team, tip free by Walker. The Bobcats have it. Brandon Walker by himself, 2-hand slam. Bobcats back on top. Timeout Idaho State. Miller knocked it free. Then from the back seat of his pants, laying on the ground, he tipped it to Walker, who had a wide open stroll to the rim, and the 2-hand dunk has put the Bobcats back on top for the first time in the second half, eliminating a 14-point deficit. Wow. What an effort by Montana State. We'll step aside. We did go to the media timeout, so we're taking a break. Montana State battling from 14 down. 4 minutes, 17 seconds to go in the ball game, and Montana State back up 63-62 against the Bengals. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
I wanted to put up a fence to protect my tomato plants. So I grabbed this.